Welcome back to the channel, guys. Today marks a new week, so that means there's a new video. Today we're going to be talking about weighing options, and I'm going to be specifically talking about weighing my options and just what we have going on. So like I said, if you guys been following the journey from the jump, you guys have seen me overcome homelessness, being kicked out, bunch of other stuff. Links here to the first video. This is day one. Right now we're in week 2 of overcoming this next obstacle, which is financial stability, financial freedom. The main focus of this video is going to be centered around weighing my options. I'm going to cover 3 different points in this video. I'm going to cover government assistance, I'm going to cover the military, and I'm going to cover, you know, my dream job, what I would love to be doing right now. So we can just get right into it, and we're going to make the first topic government assistance. So I'm weighing my options, guys. I have started the process of looking into government assistance. I'm not gonna say I'm too completely for it or too completely against it, but I am not a huge fan of it personally. I have been on government assistance before in California. I was getting food stamps in California when we first moved out there, and that was in like 2019. I think it was late 2019. Yeah, it was late 2019, and it was because our situation was we had just moved out there. Babe was pregnant with our son. She was like maybe 2 or 3 months pregnant with him, and you know, we didn't have the luck of being able to land a job before we got there. So you know, we kind of had to figure things out. We had a crazy roommate situation, and you know, I was just trying to do my part and, you know, help out as much as I could. So, you know, I got some food stamps. I tried to fill the fridge up as much as possible, and it did help a lot as far as, like, you know, making the blow of not having any money possible. I ended up also getting a government phone, just so I can have a phone to get a job from. The plan was to have a job as soon as we got there, but when we got there and found out that the job market was trash and nobody was calling back, nobody was hiring, yeah, situation got real. So we ended up getting the government phone. I got food stamps, and from there I was able to land a job at Hot Topic. Eventually we was able to kinda start the recovery process of that little setback, but by the time we did start coming out of that situation, another situation happened. So yeah, it's a long story. I'll do a story time on that video, but yeah, that was the first time I was ever on government assistance personally, and I'm not even including my childhood or anything like that in here. So it was a pro for that. It worked out. We was able to get food whenever we wanted, and it went pretty smooth. So I think the pro in this situation is the free food, the free health care that comes with it. You know, you just kind of get access to things that you don't have the money or you can't afford right away. I would say con to government assistance or food stamps specifically is well, not even food stamps, because food stamps you can actually use to get any type of food you want. So that's another pro with food stamps, or EBT, or whatever you want to call it. You could use it at places like Whole Foods, or, you know, whatever you want to eat you could get with EBT or food stamps. Like if you decided to go vegan and you wanted to live a vegan lifestyle and only get vegan food, you could do that on EBT. So that's a pro about it. We've been trying to get back vegan for a while too, so that's a pro. A con though, I would say, as far as everything else, is very low quality stuff. Like the government phone that I had, very low quality. I wouldn't be able to do the type of work that I do online on that phone because it's just not good quality. It's not gonna cut it. The competition's beating me out, for one. For two, the phone lags a lot. There's a lot of lagging when it comes to online stuff with government phones, and it's just not good graphics. So it's low quality phone, low quality health care, I would say also. Just off of our experience with having our son when I think it was our son. No, it wasn't our son, it was our daughter, because we had Medicaid with our daughter. off of that whole experience of going to the doctors with her, it's been so low quality. The people don't care. The places they're sending us for this health care and to get checkups and everything like that is just very low quality, low vibrational areas. Like, nobody really cares. People are there to get a check. People are there to do their job, which is cool, but you know, we're kind of in your hands here, and we can clearly tell you don't care about us. We're just a number to you. That's the biggest turnoff to government assistance for me. That's the biggest con that I've ever could fathom with government assistance. They really don't care where they send you. It's always that quick in and out process. So paying out of pocket gets you what you want. You get, I really fully believe in the term you get what you pay for. So when you pay out of pocket, you may pay a little bit more, but you ultimately do get what you pay for. That's one of the things about government assistance that I'm not too fond of. I also think there's an overall stigma around government assistance that I personally just wouldn't want on me, because we live in a very judgmental society, right? And I don't really care what people think or say about me, but the stigma doesn't help when you're trying to get somewhere in life, I would say. Like, for a lot of people that don't think twice about something, or a lot of people that can't see past certain barriers in life, if you told somebody you were on government assistance, they'll just kind of dub you with whatever they want to dub you with, or dub you as whatever they want to dub you as. And I'm not too fond of that. I'm not too fond of people that are like that either, though. So personally, I think government assistance is a last resort, but our situation is kind of a last resort situation. So it's being heavily considered right now. Another option I was weighing was going to the military. And I started thinking about this the other day when we were in the car, and we went to Walmart. And there's a sign outside of Walmart now that says, "Join the United States Space Force." And I was like, I started to get curious. I was like, what's the United States Space Force? It sounds cool. So I looked it up, and it's basically a newer branch of the military. And I'm not gonna lie, I'm kind of really into that type of stuff. You know, I'm not like the biggest science nerd. I like the topic of space though. So I was like, maybe this is something that I could do. Maybe this is something that I could get into and be comfortable with, or, you know, something that I could do for a job, and it'd be interesting. And considering it, I was very heavily considering it, I would say. The only thing is, I feel like there's a lot of requirements to get into that type of thing. First off, I'm not fresh out of high school anymore. I've been like out of high school for like 8 years now, and it's not really like they're getting a fresh person. They're getting somebody that's experienced life in a bunch of ways that I'm pretty sure a lot of people going to the military haven't experienced life. So I think they go through this whole breaking or trying to break you process that, you know, I've kind of already dealt with the world. So going to the military, I can see how I would bump heads in that area of their training or whatever it's called. I would also have to get in shape. I would also have to get this tattoo removed. That means a lot to me. And you know, that right there kind of, I don't want to say cripples me, but you know, I wish they would allow things like that in the military. I know it's for identification purposes, or to not stand out amongst the enemy or whatever, but it's 2023. I really wish they would kind of get rid of that type of stigma, or that type of I don't know what it is. I just really wish they would get rid of that rule for the military. I think the world's evolved to a much different place now, and I would actually be way more open to joining if I could be myself. You know, I'm very receptive to rules. I'm very receptive to how things go under leadership. You know, I could even become some type of leader in the program or whatever, but there's just, it's like a club that you gotta have us do certain shit. It's like a gang, almost like joining a gang. You gotta have all these requirements to get in, and you know, I feel like I would even meet all the physical requirements, but the fact that I have a face tattoo is probably what's stopping me. So I did consider it because, you know, I think there's a lot of benefits with joining the military. My grandfather was in the military heavily, I think for like 30 years. He went to Korean War, Vietnam War. I think he'd been in another war, but I think there's a lot of family benefits to being in the military. Like, you get to travel a lot. That's one big thing, you know. I would love to travel with my family, go to see all these different places. Granted, we're doing that now, and we've been doing it. It just hasn't been the best experience. Like, we've been poor, so it hasn't been fun. But I think with the military benefits and all the things that come with it, that would probably be a fun experience. Or just, you know, like, the insurance benefits that come with the military. Like, I wouldn't even have to think about government assistance, which it is some type of government assistance if it's the military. You join in the military, or you kind of work for the government, but you just get the higher class of government assistance. So that's basically what that is. I wouldn't have to worry about like the low vibrational places, though. I would assume. Schooling as well. If I wanted to go to school, I heard the military pays for your schooling. I would really love to go to Full Sail University, just because I would be able to get my credentials in some type of art subject. You know, recording specifically is what I would go for, but you know, I would love to just go experience Full Sail. It don't even matter what age I am. That's how I know I'm really passionate about it. So yeah, it's been a heavy option, but I don't think I'm willing to get my face tattoo removed. It means too much to me. It means too much to my family for me to get it removed. So I guess that dream's kind of shot, but it's all good. Military, maybe later in the future, before I turn 35, if you guys change that rule. And the last thing I've been really weighing, and I'm not really weighing it, I'm actually pursuing it and doing it now as we speak, but just my dream job, just chasing my dream job. You know, it's the hardest thing to do out of all the things that I've just spoke about. Chasing your dream is the hardest thing to do. Like, I want to make music. Like today, I have a studio session. I'm recovering from some type of cold, whatever, with my sinuses, where my throat was hurting, my voice was kind of gone. But I have a studio session today, and I'm actually prepared enough to make it to the studio session and try to record a song. I've been recording music for over 10 years now, guys. Like, I'm still pursuing this. Homeless, new apartment, new state, new city, everything. I've still been pursuing this music stuff. I've still been writing music. It's a dream job of mine. I would love to feed my family, become financially stable, and do all these things just from the music I make. And it's not even about that. I would just love to do that. If I could wake up every day and have no boundaries or no holds back on why I can't write a song or why I can't do that because I gotta do this, I would just love to do music. It's just very healing. It's therapeutic. It's fulfilling. I love it. I would also like to do videos. Anything that has to do with being creative, I'm into. Graphic designing, YouTube, I'm into it. Like heavy editing. I love that stuff. So I'm pursuing that actively as we speak. It's not really an option I'm weighing. It's something that I'm currently doing. But it's still kind of an option I have to weigh in a reality sense, because I don't have thousands of dollars sitting together that I could fall back on if this stuff don't work out. Like, I really have to make sure it works out and try to make it work out while I'm doing other things like gig work, and you know, the last resort is going and getting like a McDonald's job or some shit like that. But I would love to open up my own creative space, you know, for other people to come create one day. I would love to do some type of creative counseling or like whatever, just, you know, put little children in perspective that you can create as your job. Like, you know, it don't matter what you're creating, if you want to build a building, like I said, that's creation. You're creating this idea of a building that wasn't here before, and this is how you do it. You get the land, you get the permits, you get all those things. So I'm really into all of those things. I don't really know what a lot of those things are called, but you know, those are things that I'm actively pursuing as a dream job, and you know, hopefully those things work out. So I just wanted to come on here and talk to you guys a little bit about weighing my options, and that's the space I'm in right now. So I hope the video kind of updates you guys. These are my video updates I'm doing every Wednesday. So I'll be on here talking about something every Wednesday, whether it be a life update or whether it just be me talking about my opinion on something. This is what I'm gonna be doing every Wednesday. And then Sunday, I'm gonna follow it up with a vlog. So like I'm about to go to the studio tonight. You'll see a vlog on Sunday of how my studio session went, or if you guys just want to follow me on Facebook or Instagram, it might be an easier place for you guys to see how the studio session went. But always chase your dreams. I'll see you guys next time. Later.